Josh, you've had a lot of different quarterbacks over the years, tall, short, runner, thrower, all different kinds. When you bring in a new quarterback that you haven't coached in the game yet, what's the key to like resetting your brain to match that particular quarterback skill set with the details of the offense?
Yeah, ultimately, in the pass game, there's certain things that they may be most confident in as you game plan week to week. That's a part of it. But you know, some things that you put in to attack certain things that you see on film, you know, you try to get them to understand the why behind it. You know, offensively, it changes from year to year. You change from year to year. It starts with, you know, quarterback and offensive line, and you know where you can put your skill players to have success. And you know Joey, you know, through this week and really what he's done through training camp, you know, learning what we're doing offensively. You know, as we get ready for Syracuse here at the end of the week, then making sure that, you know, the things that are in play he feels good about. And I think, you know, that's one of the things with young quarterbacks and with new quarterbacks is getting them to be transparent in those things.
What impressed you most about what Joey did, not only during the summer, but during camp too, when he had to go out and win the job?
Yeah, first of all, that entire room competed at a really high level. They competed the right way too. They pushed each other in a positive way in the meeting room. Out on the practice field, you know, I think our team has great confidence in all of those guys. Joey, through the course of training camp, you know, each and every day continued to grow and take steps and understanding what we're doing and comfort level. Played well in the scrimmages, had good command, and that ultimately led to the decision that we made.
You kind of alluded to it there at the end, but what was it about Joey Aguilar that made you believe you had the best chance on Saturdays to win with him at the helm?
Yeah, I said it a second ago, but got great trust in all those guys. And the strength of one position room, quarterback included, can never just be one guy. And those guys have all grown, but I think, you know, Joey coming in May, having to learn the offense throughout the, you know, late spring, summertime, getting his, you know, feet on the grass with our guys, you know, learning how we practice, but also growing each day, just continued to trend upward in his comfort and control and command of what we're doing. That's decision-making and accuracy with the football, you know, our checks that he controls. You put all that together, and that's ultimately why we made the decision.
Austin and Rob? Where are you at with your center battle right now between Satterwhite and Pendleton? Yeah,
both those guys have competed really well, grown here during the course of our practices. Still competition. Going to need both of them as we get to the fall too.
Coach, in 2022, you guys were pyrotechnics on offense, had great success. The last 2 years, you've sustained success on the field playing a completely different way, especially in the line of scrimmage. Have you changed as a coach being in this league, or is your person, or you just adapted to your personnel?
I think it's a combination. You know, what defenses you're seeing, how you can attack them, put your guys in a position to be successful, and then your personnel changes, and that certainly, you know, starts with your quarterback, but it's the other 10 on the offensive side of the ball as well.
Josh, what do you like about defensive tackle, some of those young guys that might be pressed into action now with Hobbs sidelined for a few weeks?
Yeah, those guys have done a really good job. You look at where they were in January when they got here, the player that they were in spring ball, and then the growth of what they're doing here in training camp. You know, Ethan Utley, explosive, playing twitchy at the line of scrimmage, doing a good job at the point of attack. Isaiah Campbell, you know, wide hip, but strong, explosive power. Both those guys continue to grow in a really good way.
You guys have talked all fall camp about you don't have time to be young. How do you know as a head coach when a young player is ready? What do you look for to know when a young player is ready to be in the spotlight in a game?
Well, sometimes it takes being in the spotlight and being in the game to truly understand. But you're looking for, you know, the trends of what they're doing in the meeting room, their ability to communicate. You know, that can be, you know, offensively, you know, their assignment, defensively, all the checks that go into it. the ability to play the next play during the course of practice, how they respond to something that didn't go their way. But ultimately here in training camp, the way they compete on a consistent basis with fundamentals, technique, being assignment sound, and playing as hard as you can from snap to whistle.
Coach, can you just kind of update us, personnel-wise at receiver? Is Brazel healthy, and Mike?
Yeah, Mike's
Staley?
been with us for a long time. There were a couple of days where we limited him. Chris has been with us here the last few days, and Braylon was with us this last day as well.
Coach, you've talked about the decision to name Joey. What's the other part of that conversation for you, like as a coach, when you're telling the quarterbacks about it? What's your message to Jake and George coming out of this?
Yeah. First of all, I met with all of them at the same time. You recognize, I've been in that situation on both sides of it, and you understand that there's going to be, heartache, disappointment, and if it's not that way, then you got a real problem. It was a tough decision for us. We talked about it with those guys. I think the transparency of that breeds confidence in what they're all hearing at the same time. And so at the same time, through that night, there's the pain of disappointment, right? And coming the next day, you got to find a way to be a great teammate, be the same guy that you have, continue to compete. You name a starter, but you never know when your opportunity is coming. And this message was given to those guys as we sat in the room together. It was given to the entire team too. You got to prepare yourself for when your opportunity is going to come to take advantage of that. And Mark's been great in the building, energy, focus. George has been the same way. Just want those guys to continue to grow.
Josh, I guess it's kind of the nature of college football that you're going to have some new starters every year, but in terms of what is going on offense right now, when you're going into, an off season with whatever it is, 9, 10 new starters on that side of the ball, how much more urgency or does that put, or does that change the plan, for the summer, and how much progression have you seen getting to this point?
Well, we've talked about it with our players, but we've talked about it, I've talked about it with our staff too. You got to be elite in your ability to teach and help these guys grow through every phase of our off season. And our staff's done a great job. Our young guys have been highly competitive, highly diligent in their ability to grow every single day. And we're not a finished product. Good teams continue to get better throughout the course of the year. You got to take advantage of every day. But our young guys have prepared in a really good way, and I think they're extremely confident right now. And there's a lot of growth that's got to happen before the first kickoff, certainly. But if they continue to attack it, we'll be ready to go play.
Josh, you've called Boo day-to-day, or that situation day-to-day. Where does that currently stand? And then what does he have to do between now and kickoff for Syracuse to be back in that fray as far as being able to play?
Yeah, Boo's continue to grow in the things that we're asking him to be a great teammate inside of this building every single day. And, the charge for him, but for all of us, is to continue to do that. And, Boo's continue to grow in what he's doing on the field. So, I'm excited and pleased with a lot of things that we've seen from him.
In the wide receiver room with Amari Jefferson, what have you seen from him? What role do you expect maybe he'll have this season?
Yeah, Amari coming off of the hip surgery as he onboarded here, was limited throughout the course of the workout off season, the winter part of it, and then got an opportunity in spring ball to kind of grow on the back half of it a little bit on the football side of it. Did a great job during the course of the summer, dramatically changing his body. He's a guy that's made some plays out there on the practice field and in the stadium during our scrimmages as well. Expect him to continue to grow throughout the course of the fall here.
As a quarterback yourself, you make the announcement 13 days out. How much, the timing of that announcement, how much of that went into, what you went through as a quarterback? Is that the kind of timetable that you would like to have to find out that you have the keys to the offense?
Well, I think, first of all, I said it before, we started our first practice, somebody's got to go take it too. And they went through that, got through 2 scrimmages and another practice with those guys competing. I think just, how Joey was continuing to grow inside of it, it felt like it was at the right time, for him, but for our football team too. And certainly, having this week, knowing that you're going to be the guy, I think gives him a chance to continue to get his feet on the ground and get ready for kickoff here in, week and a half.
All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it.